If you're excited about iOS 27, there's one big question almost every iPhone user has right now. Will my iPhone be compatible? Because honestly, every major iOS update usually leaves some older devices behind, and many people don't want to install new software only to realize their phone isn't supported, some AI features don't work, or certain tools are limited. So in this video, I'll show you which iPhones are expected to support iOS 27, which models may lose support, and why some features could be limited even on compatible devices. First, something very important. Apple had not officially published the final iOS 27 compatibility list when many early discussions started. So a lot of information online comes from leaks, predictions, industry reports, and Apple support patterns. But honestly, we can still make educated expectations based on previous iOS releases. Now let's talk about older iPhones because every year Apple eventually stops supporting some devices. Usually, this happens when hardware becomes outdated, performance limitations appear, newer AI features require more powerful chips. And honestly, AI is becoming one of the biggest reasons older devices lose support. Now let's talk about likely supported devices. Many expectations suggest newer models such as iPhone 15 series, iPhone 16 series, iPhone 17 series, and future models should fully support iOS 27. And honestly, these newer devices are also the most likely to receive advanced Apple Intelligence features. Now, let's talk about mid-generation devices because this is where many users become nervous. Phones like iPhone 13, iPhone 14, and some newer SE models may still receive iOS 27, but certain AI features could remain limited depending on hardware requirements because honestly, software support and AI feature support are not always the same thing. Now, another huge thing. Apple Intelligence requirements, because many advanced AI tools depend heavily on memory neural processing and newer chip architectures, meaning two phones may both run iOS 27, but only one may support every AI feature. And honestly, this is already happening with some recent Apple Intelligence tools. Now let's talk about possible unsupported devices, because older models such as iPhone, X-iPhone, X-iPhone, XS Max are often mentioned. Incompatibility rumors, and honestly, many users are wondering whether these devices are approaching the end of major update support. Now, something very important. Even if an iPhone stops receiving major iOS versions, Apple sometimes continues releasing security patches, bug fixes, and important updates for older devices. So losing a major iOS update doesn't automatically make a phone unusable. Now let's talk about performance, because honestly, many people focus only on compatibility, but performance matters too, sometimes. An older iPhone technically supports a new iOS version, but newer features may run slower, less efficiently, or with limitations. That's why many users check both compatibility and real-world performance before updating. Now, another thing many people ask: how to check your model. It's very simple. Open Settings, then General, then About, and you'll see your iPhone model information. This helps you compare your device once Apple releases the official compatibility list. Now, let's talk about AI features again, because honestly, this may become the biggest difference between devices in 2026. Many future Apple Intelligence tools could require newer processors, additional RAM, and specialized AI hardware, meaning compatibility alone may not guarantee every feature. Now, something very important. Always wait for Apple's official announcement because every year there are rumors, leaked lists, fake compatibility charts, and incorrect reports circulating online. And honestly, the final answer always comes from Apple directly. Now let's be honest for a second. We're entering a new era where smartphone updates are no longer just about software. They're increasingly about AI hardware too. And honestly, that's why compatibility discussions are becoming much more important than before. So to wrap this up, iOS 27 is expected to support many newer iPhones, while some older models may lose support or receive limited features, and the biggest differences will likely come from Apple Intelligence tools, AI processing requirements, hardware limitations, and performance capabilities, because honestly, in 2026, the real question may not just be, can my iPhone run iOS 27, but also, can my iPhone run all the new AI features?